Welcome to the Defense Sports Bars Brief. Today is July the 1st, 2026. According to some Russian mill bloggers, the situation on the front is like Stalingrad. The grim estimate is that new Russian troops can live on average of just 20 to 35 minutes in an assault operation. It has been reported that the same period from recruitment to death in the field could range from 10 to 21 days. The findings were published in a recent foreign policy article by Peter Frankopan. Russia claims that it shot down 419 Ukrainian drones overnight. This comes after Russia claimed that it shot down 660 drones just a few days ago. Ukraine continues its 40-day blitz to influence the aggressor state. President Zelensky announced that Ukraine had signed a deal with Saab for 16 Gripen E fighter jets. Under the deal, Ukraine will also receive its first 16 Gripen C/D fighter jets from Sweden in early 2027. Ukraine declined an offer for 27 Irish light tactical armored vehicles. The vehicles were purchased from a South African company and frequently broke down, earning them a poor reputation. Bought in 2009 and withdrawn from service in 2024 due to these failures. Seems like a good idea. Hundreds of thousands of Lebanese civilians are returning home as fighting eases. Approximately 400,000 civilians have returned to southern Lebanon. More than 1 million have fled their homes in the conflict, and therefore approximately 40% have returned. The number of shelters in northern Lebanon have dropped from 692 at the height of the crisis to 479. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited southern Lebanon and stated that the Israeli forces will remain in southern Lebanon as long as Hezbollah remains there. Netanyahu told IDF troops that if you identify a threat to your security, to your lives, or to the lives of your soldiers, act. Do not wait, act. That is an ironclad directive. Israel will also be entering parliamentary elections soon. After recent Pakistani strikes, the Afghan Taliban launched its own attacks along the Pakistani border. The Pakistani military also reported that it shot down 4 rudimentary drones and warned any further provocation would receive a befitting response. Fighting broke out between the Afghan Taliban and the Pakistan in late February for about a month. The recent clashes suggest that the situation is again escalating. The Sudanese government claims that the army captured Kulbus, a strategic town near the Chadian border. There has been no comment from the RSF. The Sudanese military has been attempting to secure the border with Chad, as Chad has been accused of being aligned with the RSF. In Nigeria, at least 37 schoolchildren are missing after terrorists from the Islamic State West Africa province ambushed their school. Kidnapping has become a common practice for jihadists and non-ideological bandit criminal gangs. There is a proposal that Canada should not get rid of its old military kit, but rather pass it on to the 300,000 mobilization force that has been proposed, who will be minimally trained and used during national emergencies. The Canadian Armed Forces have been mulling about how to equip and recruit the proposed mobilization force. Chief of the Defense Staff, General Jeannie Kerrigan, stated earlier that she would finalize plans for the mobilization force and present the plans to the Canadian government by the end of June. That hasn't happened yet, let's say July 1st, but we're still waiting for the F-35 review that was supposed to be finished by the end of last summer. This has been today's Wires Brief. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to follow, join, and sign up.